God, what did Chris do to you? Fuckers. Okay. I guess I have to show the Chris Sonic art then, don't I? What the fuck is it? Oh, fuck me. Do I have like a thing for this on here? What? What should I now do? Why not? What the fuck is that shit? I'm so out of it, guys. I'm so out of it.
Trying to wrap my head around problems, and all my bitterness just seemed passe. Because I realized as soon as I said it how long it'd take to swim from Jones Beach to Indonesia. And maybe you're waiting on a call from me. And maybe you're working at a crowded restaurant, and you know all he's got a life so fucked up you don't know.
What's he saying in the background? Whatever the fuck I want. Good evening. Good evening. Listen. I'm gonna use some Sonic art for this. Because someone drew Sonic art of me, and I was like, that's funny. But I will treat you all. Okay? I'll give you something else as well to look at. Because I am not the only one who has had Sonic art drawn of me. And as you have been sent over by Chris the Narc. Christopher Narkington of fuck, I am really out of it. Oh fuck. Okay, hold on. Where is it? There we go. We have also the Rat King himself as a Sonic character, okay? How good is that? Axe did these. I really like this. This is really cool. It's so fucking dumb. I really like it. I just thought it'd be fun. Do I just cover up Erudite? No, I wouldn't do that to you. Oh, it's like he can be holding a mic to her. It's fucking great. Okay, cool, right. Okay. I don't know how long we're going for. I don't know what we're doing today. I'm gonna set a goal though. Of fucking 10 super chats. 10 of them, chat. 10 super chats at 5, and if you meet this target, if you pave the way to the future, I will fucking, I don't know, I have no goal. There you go. Meet the goal that does not exist. Fucking hell. Okay, cool. How we doing? Thuman hanging out in Chris the Narc's chat. What the fuck is this shit? Okay, I thought we were friends, Thuman. Listen. Notsoerudite brought out a new video. Full disclosure, I'm gonna be honest. Listen, I've known NSE for a while, right? But I saw this. Where is it? I saw this clip come out. This is fucking Shamu. Tweeting this shit out. He's tweeting out fucking Notsoerudite clips. Just look at this shit.
I go online when people make assumptions about my husband. They assume he's soy and weak and small.
Whose fault is that?
and that I bully him.
What's the plan, Crabman? You'll get to give us something later, I guess. Pretty much, yeah. We'll do it that way. Nice, that's Kairos. Thanks for the 5. 7 spoons for the 199. Are you going to read chat more if we hit the goal? Do you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, sure. I'll interact with chat more if you hit the goal. That's what we'll do. Well, I'll fucking manage my ADHD better. That's what we'll do.
And
Fuck.
you were like,
I've been working on the video all day, basically, and now my brain is fried. Is Sonic Beckett technically a sonnet? Is spit rhymes and slurs for real? Sure, fuck it. Sure. I don't know what Sonic Beckett is. I didn't ask for this shit. I'm just utilizing it 'cause it's based. Right.
trapped in this relationship. Like
All true. I have nail polish on. It's like,
I don't know what the fuck is going on. But first, before we get to that, I want to listen. I want to point to this. This is a post by Black Tar Pit, okay? No, it's not. Well, it is. It is. Okay, right. It is. Okay. Just Ilk just banned me. I think he thought I was coming into your chat to complain, but all that happened is I simply came into chat, asked what the topic was, someone told me, and I said, I'm tired of this argument, I'm probably just gonna go. Then said, love you chat. Bro, what the fuck is going on, Just Ilk? I just popped into stream for a few seconds and got permabanned. Can someone either explain to me the context of why this upset him so much, or tag him so I can ask him myself? So that fucking happened. And then Just Ilk tweets out, this thread and accompanying Reddit thread, sawing the fuck out about the chat ban, have completely changed my thoughts on you being a whiny slur. And like, look, I get it. Coming into chat occasionally, and you see someone come in and be like, I don't like this topic. I don't like what you're talking about. I don't care about this. This thing, it does not interest moi. It can be annoying, sure. But this whole thing seems very weird. And listen, as these Destiny leaks go on, I don't hate Just Ilk or anything, but it feels like it's all getting weirder, guys. It feels like it's all getting weirder on a daily basis of the way everyone in this fucking orbit is acting. And this, look, I flicked through this video. This video is fucking weird. What else am I meant to say about it? Your avatar looks like a strung out Tails. I'll fuck it. I'll take that. Why aren't you talking about Scrimblow? What the fuck is that? What is that, Dong? I might be able to fall asleep to this one. Maybe I'll try. Beckett's anger is soothing. Like, I'm not angry. I'm just fucking like, this is. It's not anger. It's annoyance. It's annoyance, right? I don't like when somebody who I've seen as a decent person seems to just crash out. And I really don't like the fucking Destiny sweeping. You know that? I don't. Here's my stated position on this whole leaks thing. I don't like people turning around and saying, hey, you can't talk about the Destiny leaks because the victims don't want it talked about. Like, I get it, sure. You don't want to expose the victims to more coverage. Sure, you do you. You do you. But if your stated position is, wow, guys, it's really bad that the victims don't want it talked about, and then you're talking about it, making drama out of it, if you recognize that, if you recognize that they are indeed victims, then shouldn't you be fucking disassociating from Destiny? Shouldn't you be like, actually, this is bad enough that people don't want it talked about because it's their personal details? Shouldn't you, by then extension, be like, listen, I'm not saying end the friendship or anything, but you guys are still making content with Destiny. You're still doing shit with him. You're still doing a podcast with him. You're still, listen, and I say, fucking, where is it? Where is this shit? So, Erudite. I can't fucking spell today. I cannot actually spell. Which is even worse, because it's literally on the stream. Erudite. Like... Where is it? Listen, it's still reposted Destiny. Look at this shit!
No, it's actually, it's good.
It was a recommendation from a mutual friend. Okay.
It smells like every red wine I've
This looks like you are clipping something out and reposting it that looks like a fucking date.
ever had ever.
Just try it.
Well, your friend is embroiled in a sex scandal and you are tweeting out, like, I get that you may not want to, like, I get that people, like, don't want to complete, like, oh, we're not going to just abandon him. But really?
Okay. But that's the first one ever. They all taste the same.
In case anyone's wondering, it's just straight juice.
I'm like, nah, come on. Come on. This is fucking ridiculous. Oh, fucking hell. I felt bad for Nick at first for having to deal with her, but after this video, now they deserve each other. Both of them are mind broken. Guys, this shit's weird. I mean, I might listen. You guys tell me if you think I'm being unfair. You can tell me, right? This is why I hate everyone who involves themselves with Destiny. The second anything bad comes out about him, they downplay it, make excuses, then claim they have morals and that. Like, it is, if it was Ethan Ralph, if it was people around Ethan Ralph and they were like, yeah, I don't care about the fucking revenge porn, I'm like, yeah, fucking sure, you're hanging out around Ethan Ralph. I'm not expecting you to be like deep moral actors. But all these fuckers are like, no guys, we need to make sure the Democrats win the election so we can have a fairer, more equal society. Women's issues, gender issues, isn't feminism. We need to get people away from the red pill. Fuck off. Listen, you want to criticize other people's houses, you want to criticize Vosh, you want to criticize Hassan, you want to criticize Nick Fuentes. I get that, but maybe get your own shit in order before you start doing it. I just think this is utter fucking cap. Utterly ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. And then, I mean, we'll get to this, obviously. Obviously, I'm just fucking winding us into it, ladies and gentlemen. But, like... like, Erudite has produced a series of videos about moving to America, which are the most fucking psychotic things I've seen in ages. And listen, I know I'm not the only one who thinks this, okay? Before I get the fucking accusations that because now I'm friendlier with Chud and Queeman and Sunday that I'm just fucking turning to... Listen, I have fought with actually everyone other than Sunday. Sunday's actually surprisingly chill. I don't think people realize this, but like Sunday's... I don't know, fucking... I don't know. I don't care if he'd mind me saying this, actually. He can come and fucking bitch at me later if this bothers Sunday. But Sunday's actually been really chill about NSC. Like, even in private, because I actually did ask him what his thoughts were on this. And he was like, yeah, I kind of just... I hope she gets her shit sorted. I don't want to see anything bad happen to her. Like, he's not sat there, like, fucking rubbing his little hands together in glee. And when it comes to, like, Queeman, I have taken shit from Queeman for being friends with NSC. I take shit from Queeman over, like, being friendly, like, Queeman's chat over being friendly with NSC. It has never bothered me. But this, like, I genuinely thought NSC was a better person than this. I genuinely thought it. I'm actually annoyed. I feel like I've been had. I feel like I've watched somebody who was intelligent and, like, had potential as not just a creator, but someone who, like, fucking, I don't know, was a little bit more moral and ethical. And is now sweeping for somebody, again, and I cannot stress this enough, embroiled in a fucking sex scandal. I just, I don't know, fucking pie on my face, I guess, right? What else am I meant to say? Like, and I don't think I'd get an honest take out of this shit, right? It's quite obvious. I think it's obvious to anyone who's watched this, like, oh shit unfold over 2024 that Destiny's, like, Erudite's involvement with Destiny has made her life worse, not better. It has completely fragmented it. Like, the thumbnail of this stream is because NSE got into cosplay. And there's like fucking cap about this shit of, oh no guys, it's really cool to be into this nerdy thing. It's like, you are somebody who wants to run a clinic. You are somebody who wants to be taken seriously. You cannot have both of these things, okay? Like, optics and image matter. And you know this. Not to mention, like, actually, do you know what? I spoke to, I'll say this. I spoke to somebody else who's like an NSE fan. And not just like a little NSE fan. I mean, they've been an NSE fan for like 3 years. And I asked them what they thought of like her video where she does the like fucking 10-15 minute spiel about fucking creators she's known and how nice they are and how fucking incredible all this shit is. And they said, I don't know because I couldn't get through it. Her dedicated fan base can't get through it. And do you want to see what like the fucking comments are like? Dude's historical revisionist fantasies to mask his reality is epic. Nick is wrong in history. Gaining resources was seen as manly. Merchants in most cultures have been respected. Like, dude, even your fucking fan base. It's just like, what is this? Oh, where was it? Fuck. Oh, yeah, here we go. Bro, Queeman is gonna have a field day with this. What is the lore behind that? He seems to have a crazy hate boner for her. He's a little bit of a Destiny hater. Listen, he's not. He's just a Mr. Girl fan. Like, okay. He's been on streams with Destiny, and he is friends with Just Ilk. He has done his fair share of sweeping for Just Ilk, quite frankly. You know, listen, everyone sweeps for somebody. There's no hate. And I get it. I like Just Talk as well, at least as a person, even if I don't like his content. She's very Destiny orientated, at least lately with her content. At least lately? When was the before times? When was the fucking before times? When has she not been Destiny orientated? Like, it's just got worse. There was a line crossed with a streamer named President Sunday, and sides were picked. If you picked his side, you basically hate Erudite at that point. That's not true. Queeman hated Erudite before the Sunday shit. Queeman it's also easy to make fun of, but that's not what's happening, obviously. That only lasts so long. His desire for Erudite is something more. Jesus fucking Christ, these people. Oh, this is really hard to watch. Bra started going on about Romans and Spartans not making money being masculine. Not sure what the point of that was except for Cope. Oh, dude, come on. Dude, fuck, okay. So yes, there is the fucking intro spiel of why I'm actually talking about this. Because I feel like I can't not. I feel like I can't talk about the leaks. I can't. There is not enough information out on them. And do you know what? No one's covering them. And I don't think it's just sweeping. It's the fact that the response is going to be the same. This is the baseline response for anyone talking about the leaks. No one in DGG cares, right? No one in Destiny's audience cares. I don't want to hear any more of this fucking... Guys, we're on the right ethical side. If you're sweeping for this, I don't see huge amounts of difference between you and Hassan. Like, the Hassan fan base. Because it's not, like, clearly, when push comes to shove with some of, like, fucking ethics and morals that you guys, like, that people purport to hold... It's too difficult a fucking leap to make for a lot of them. So what's the point? Quite fucking honestly, what is the point? Absolute waste of fucking time. Good evening, Queeman. How you doing, buddy? I've clearly summoned him. Fucking hell. But this shit from the fucking Orbiters, don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear any more about how bad fucking other people's sexual exploits are. I don't want to hear more about fucking manipulation. I don't want to hear more about, like, relationship advice or how bad the red pill is or how much incels need to change. Clean your own fucking house. Jewish attack dog raid? So true, Spencer Howard. Thank you for the 2, bro. How you doing? Okay, cool. So that's pretty much. We'll get into it. We'll get into it. Okay. Fucking go.
Hi everyone, welcome to Notsoerudite's channel. That's me. This is a terrible intro.
Yeah, this looks comfy. Can't imagine why.
Cut. I'm here with my husband, Nick.
Hi.
When you go on
Current husband. Look, if you're making content like this, there is definitely been a conversation at some point about where this relationship is going and for how long. I'm sorry. It was bad enough in the last fucking one where she's like, I'm so grateful for him. I'm so grateful. Oh, fucking. I don't know, man. After 3 years, Nick's a better man than me. Fuck this shit.
online, when people make assumptions about my husband, they assume he's soy and weak and small and that I bully him.
Whose fucking fault is that? Like, listen, the least you could do is not make content out of him. It's just fucking salt in the wound. Oh, Jesus.
Him and that you were like trapped in this relationship. I think they very much view it as like the
All true. I have nail polish on. Look.
See there, I'm into it. He must be trapped, actually. Like, he has literally given up his entire fucking life to move to another country to pursue his partner's dreams, not of opening a clinic, by the way. This isn't in, like, fucking aid of opening a clinic anymore. This is in aid of his partner's dreams of being a professional groupie. What's he meant to do? Where's he meant to go? Well, listen, at least in America you can buy a firearm. Maybe we'll get a murder-suicide out of it. Fucking hell.
But I feel like people picture it as like I'm like the alpha tyrannical female and you're like this subby-wubby little male that I'm cheating on and like has like no space within the relationship, which I actually think is really far from the truth.
Like boss babe.
I really think this really damning indictment of our relationship isn't accurate. Do you, Erudite? Fucking shocking. Do you think Destiny got consent for those nudes he leaked to a 19-year-old as well? I wonder. What are your opinions there?
Babe cuck husband.
Yeah, which I think is understandable. I think it's a pretty common archetype.
So yeah, it's a common dynamic.
Yeah, and I think what's really special about you is that in every way we've fulfilled like what you would expect of that dynamic. Obviously I'm biased, but I think most people would agree you're very masculine. I was inspired to make this video.
Spencer Howard, it was his idea, wasn't it? He got what he wanted. Okay, so I've obviously been watching Notsoerudite, at least like in the periphery for quite a while. I've never been like what I'd refer to as a fan. But the reason that Erudite ended up associating with Destiny is Nick. Like, she was doing this TikTok thing for the fucking, like, Christian clinic addiction thing she was working for. And Nick was like, there's this guy named Destiny. You should really fucking talk to him. That would be great. That would do you the world of good. You could branch out. The DGG's a great audience. I mean, yeah, it kind of is his fucking fault, isn't it?
Actually by a comment left on one of my videos that I uploaded a couple of days ago, which is basically, it's from I Love Idiots 1, who said, your husband needs an award for giving up
I can fix them from Ellington for 5, thank you. Like, listen, if you're picking out random fucking comments to make videos on to try and, like, show that your relationship is okay, your relationship's not okay. You're fucked. You're fucked.
everything so that you can chase your dream. And I saw that and I was like, first of all, I'm a terrible wife for not thanking you explicitly in either video. Also, I was like, wait, I feel like there's something really unique and interesting about the fact that you've kind of given up everything to like basically chase my dream, which is also something that to some degree was a non-negotiable for me. Like when I was looking for relationships, I realized that I had a pretty narrow net because I wanted a partner who'd be willing to let me kind of pursue the dream of like the treatment center and everything that comes with that. But I feel like you've maintained like high levels of masculinity despite occupying what has kind of gender traditionally been viewed as feminine.
Oh, how does it? I hate this clinic cope. I hate. What the fuck are you talking about? If it hasn't like helped or happened now, hasn't this essentially just bankrupted both of you? You're basically what, living in a house that you've been given in another country where you want to open a clinic. I'm assuming you need some kind of licenses for that. Like NSC was like talking about like pursuing further education and everything else like not that long ago. And this is clearly not going to end, right? Like this Destiny shit is clearly not going anywhere. What's she going to say to the young men in her clinic? Hey guys, don't worry, don't listen, we're going to treat your addictions, and if you're very good, a streamer named Destiny will come and tell you to vote Democrat. Fucking kill me.
Yeah, I mean, I just like, I don't know, I think about the Roman Empire a lot. So like I in a lot of ways, like
What?
I am living in the past when it comes to like philosophy of like, or like the philosophy of masculinities or whatever. Like I
What?
view our civilization as quite effeminate in the first place. In my mind, I'm going to look back to cultures that were like obviously masculine.
That is the most insane thing I've ever fucking... Hey guys, like honestly, don't get me wrong. I understand that it looks like I'm a complete cuck who is ruled by my wife, who is vastly more successful than me despite being, once again, a professional groupie. But actually, I view all of our society as very, very effeminate. We need to go back to Rome. Oh, fuck. Okay. I'm just theory crafting here, but Rome had a lot of gay sex. Are we sure that the cock Destiny was sucking wasn't Nick's? Have people got this wrong? I know people have done the whole kind of thing when, like, where they're like, well, NSC and Destiny are clearly sleeping with each other. Like, is it the other way around? Actually, she's being cucked. Oh, fuck. I'd pay money for that fucking twist. Listen, I'm very unsympathetic to fucking all of this at this point. I'm sorry. I'm just fucking, I've had enough. Fuck off.
You know, like as one example, like the Spartans or like the Scandinavian Danes, like the Vikings, right? And it's like they both thought it was disgustingly feminine to make money. Like working was weak and soy
And math.
and math. Yeah, it was literally
like the
woman's
woman's thing.
an abacus was like woman's work.
Yeah.
Right? Like the Vikings, it was like unless you're making money a Viking or farming, like that's cucked. Like being a merchant is like soy, right? And by the Spartans as well, like this in Spartan culture, like their women were merchants and the weaklings were merchants.
Yeah, which is weird.
Why fucking dissect that? What? You're not going out and raiding places, Nick. You're a fucking house husband who's trotted out as a trophy. What are you gonna do next? Like, listen, I go to the salon for like 3 hours every Sunday because I'm a Viking. Are you fucking kidding me, bro? This is... Oh, fuck no. Oh, no, you're fucked.
Because I feel like right now, like
It's so gay to make money now. So true, Fernando. Thanks for two.
like yuppie culture and like grinding, hustling, like making lots of money is very much viewed as like a masculine territory.
Well, yeah, I mean, you literally go back like not even 100 years, go back like 60 years.
Listen, if we were talking in the fucking Viking period, both you and Kyla are fucking serfs who have been taken enslaved and are living on Destiny's like land. Okay, neither of you are doing the making money thing. At best, Kyla is somebody who like may at some point get her own little parcel of land where she's allowed to practice her like fucking dream job. Like, she's becoming the living embodiment of the communist question, what are you going to do after the revolution? I'm going to open a farm. Fuck off. Come on.
But especially more than 100 years ago, like go to Victorian England or whatever, and it's like there's this division between like the masculine braggadocio ruffians, right, and the weak aristocratic bourgeoisie gentlemen or whatever. And it's like no one was ever under any illusion that the gentlemen were more masculine.
Hold on a second. Just a second. Just fucking kill me.
Go.
It's very much viewed as like a masculine territory.
Well, yeah, I mean, you literally go back like not even 100 years, go back like 60 years, but especially more than 100 years ago, like go to Victorian England or whatever, and it's like there's this division between like the masculine braggadocio ruffians, right, and the weak aristocratic bourgeoisie.
What, you mean the weak bourgeoisie who were all trained to be soldiers and officers from quite a... What the fuck are you talking about? Like, are you talking about dandies? Because that's a very specific thing, which was actually not particularly popular. And like, fuck me. This is insane, Cope. Jesus.
Gentlemen or whatever, and it's like no one was ever under any illusion that the gentlemen were more masculine than the ruffian.
Hey guys, you know in the Middle Ages when like all the like noblemen's children were trained to be like soldiers and commanders and knights from like the age of like 6. Yeah, it was the peasantry who were really masculine in those situations. Bro, come on. You're wearing nail polish, apparently. You're not even a fucking YouTuber, and you're doing the nail polish thing. Is she wearing nail polish? Wear it for me, Nick.
Right? No, it's like within like the last 40 years.
What the fuck is she wearing as well? Like, why she keeps adjusting it, so I keep noticing. But she looks like a German barmaid, and I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Lots of money, I think, has been considered like the masculine thing to do. It's like Psycho, like American Psycho or whatever.
Yeah,
like just flipped
with,
Everybody's brains.
Patrick
Bateman, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it's like in the time that the book was written, it was like a mockery. Patrick Bateman was like a mockery of masculinity.
Yeah.
Like the shark.
You don't want to be Patrick Bateman.
Well, even it's just not masculine. Like the shark CEO guy is not a masculine figure.
That's... Well... No... Okay.
Yuppies are not masculine figures. So I've just... Not to say that it's a wrong perspective to think that making money makes you masculine. It's just a very new one and not one that I subscribe to and one that I don't think makes very much sense.
Yeah.
You know, like I think attaching your masculinity to your wallet is very silly.
So then I guess, why were you willing, if I like harken back to the comment, why were you willing to give up everything to let me chase like my career dream, essentially?
It makes sense that if your partner's dream is incumbent on you picking up everything, dropping.
I don't think he knows. Listen. So I know morale's been going over like Mr. Girl shit again. You know the conversation, have you guys, I'm assuming because Queeman rated it as well, most of you will know this. Like the conversation between Mr. Girl and his partner Shiloh, whatever the fuck her name is, and it's like this really awkward conversation. This is like the other side of that. This is like Kyla, you are making Mr. Girl content. What the fuck are you doing? Oh, fuck. How did we get here? Okay, hold on. We're going to wind it back. I want to see how long it takes him to think of a fucking answer that's like, that he can live with. Fernando with a 5. It's gay to be the top person in a company. I'm starting to think if you're not a bum, you're not masculine. Yeah, this is weirdly red pillish, actually, ironically. He's in his 30s, no career or formal education, just gym and Discord. Like, yeah, fuck. I mean, like, this isn't a million miles away from, like, Andrew Tate shit. No, guys, you don't understand. Those image of masculinity that they've given you, it's not masculine. If you're not prepared to have sex with the hot trans girl, you're gay. It's just like, dude, come on, fuck. It's like what you can get away with.
It makes sense that if your partner's dream is incumbent on you picking up everything, dropping everything you have going on, and going somewhere else, it only makes sense to do that, assuming your dream is not incumbent on holding on to the things that you have presently.
What do you mean?
Yes, Nick. What do you mean?
Like, I feel like so many men would be reticent to go because they've already got a career somewhat established in the city that they're in, their family's there, their friend is there. Like, what do you mean when you say there isn't something, like, I forget the language you use, but essentially like tying them, like incumbent upon them being in a certain location?
Well, so I it's fair to feel that way and not want to pick up.
Hey, Nick, do you want to take a minute to think about how you had nothing to lose and that's why you came? How, like, your life was already basically a failure? Take your time, hon.
Leave everything, right? But if your partner pursuing their dream requires you to either way it goes, right, to pick up and leave everything behind, but your dream doesn't necessarily require you to stay where you are. It's just like expedient. It's just easier. It's just simpler for you to stay where you are. I think that's a bad reason to stay. Like, I think it's really cool that it is a common theme in relationships that women, but like wives, are willing to pick up and drop everything that they have and move.
No. Okay, no. Enough of this fucking cope. Erudite moving to America to open a clinic makes literally no fucking sense. Okay? It makes no sense. You're both Canadian. You're both from another country. Like, all the things. Like, she doesn't have to move to America. She doesn't have to bring you with her. She doesn't have to open a clinic in Florida. Why Florida, I wonder? Because Destiny's there. Her dreams stopped being about a fucking clinic. It's about hanging out with Destiny. It's about doing a podcast with Destiny. It's about meeting these cool content creators with Destiny. That's why you had to fucking move. And that is actually just fucked. It's actually completely insane. And you guys, and she's literally got you on camera. This is the worst bit of this fucking video. For those of you who haven't worked this out, or like 3 of you, the reason this video exists is because there have been multiple people who have criticized Erudite about like the way she's treated Nick and dragging him there. So it's, hey, you need to come on and tell everybody that actually our relationship is fine and you wanted this because I'm getting shit for it. So you've just used him for content to defend yourself. There's no other way to read this. Fucking hell. Unreal.
Across the country or move to a different country for their husband to pursue a new avenue in their career. I think it's bad when a husband asks their wife to do that and it's not in pursuit of their dream. It's like a $10,000 raise.
Yeah.
Like, that's fucking idiocy.
Yeah.
Right?
I agree.
But if it's like to pursue a dream, it only makes sense for each partner. And I think it's admirable of either partner to do that if pursuing your dream requires that. And like, you as the partner who would be moving, your dream doesn't require you to stay where you are.
I feel like that's such an unappreciated thing
About women
that exists.
Are you fucking high? It's such an unappreciated thing about women. I don't want to hear any takes out of fucking Erudite or anyone else in DGG about women for at least the next 8 months, possibly longer. Shut up.
This in a lot of relationships that I feel like, I think there's a lot of things unappreciated about traditional gender roles just across the board. I think there's things that men do, for example, like providing for their family. I think it's actually vastly underappreciated. The cost that it takes to work even an extra 20 hours per week compared to their wife, and to miss out on all that family time to bring in the income that they need to maintain middle class, or for example. But I also think it's really underappreciated. Women's that in the gender traditional dynamic, women's
I feel like it is appreciated. It's just
men.
yeah, it's just common and it's expected. It's still appreciated. It's like the military, right? It's like it's expected and it's appreciated.
Do you think that women's willingness? Well, I know. Actually, I'm not going to ask you this because I know that women's willingness to basically be in
It's expected
orbit,
and not appreciated.
yeah, be in orbit around their husband is expected and really not appreciated for sure. Like 100%. I think motherhood is appreciated a lot. Like whenever like I hear like moms post.
What the fuck are you guys talking about? Okay, we're done talking about Nick's sacrifice now, guys. We're done. That's enough. That's enough time for you, Nick. Let's talk about motherhood. Oh, Jesus.
Posting being like, nobody appreciates moms. I'm like, what are you? We overappreciate moms sometimes. Like, bro, chill. Like, we appreciate moms, but we don't appreciate like wives. I feel like a lot of the time.
It also lacks respect. Like it's appreciated. Like everyone loves moms, appreciates moms, showers moms with praise.
Thinks wives
but
are
we don't.
great.
Yeah,
They're cute.
yeah.
They're so sweet.
But no one goes, wow. Whilst not many people go, wow. You're a mother. That's the hardest job in the world.
There is an entire discourse about people saying that about motherhood. We spent years arguing about this online. What are you talking about? And this isn't about like fucking like wives and husbands in like the 1950s. This is about current relationships dynamics, and you guys want to give like impressions of like I know Erudite that has like said before that Nick is like valuable because people watching her. She's said this to me. She has said this to me. I think I've seen her say this on stream as well. Because people can see Nick as a masculine role model, and that is helpful for people who are like incels, and then they can see what a masculine man is like. Congratulations, you took that masculine image, assuming people felt that way, and have made it look as cucked as possible. Like, I don't fucking what?
Like, and if they do say that, it's kind of patronizing.
Yeah.
Like they don't actually mean
It's
it.
cringe. It's cringe as fuck. Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like nobody talks about the fact that traditionally women will just consistently pick up their entire life to follow the man and the career trajectory and like whatever he needs, basically. Like they just consistently will leave everything behind to support their partner.
And then it's often not worth it, and then they grow to resent their partner.
Yeah, that's true.
And then it's not the orange.
What if if say this all blew up and I end up not making enough money, I fuck up in some way,
Yeah, that's the crazy hypothetical there.
something happens where basically fundamentally the dream isn't worth it. It doesn't happen. Would you resent me for upending your life and bringing you to Florida?
No. I don't. I think I just trade you for a 20-year-old.
They're getting divorced.
Bro, chill. Holy shit. Jesus.
That is fucking hell. That is an awkward. That is an awkward reaction. Bro. Spencer Howard with a 5. It's incredible how many words they can spew without actually saying much of anything. Shame this isn't a skill they can effectively use to grift. Well, to be fair, I imagine that she talks to Destiny more than she talks to her own husband at this point. Listen, fuck, guys. Oh, come on.
Listen, you used up your best years, not mine. No, I don't think so. I think
Some mouth breathing smooth brain I think is gonna watch this. President Sunday is going to watch this and be like, he's serious.
yeah. That was a
Guys, you have bigger problems. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, what do you expect us to think? Honestly, like, legit question, because apparently Erudite is, like, watching this. What do you expect people to think? Look at the difference. Look at the difference between this fucking interaction and this one. Look at the fucking difference.
Try your wine.
It's gonna taste disgusting.
No,
like
it's
all mine
actually
does.
it's good. It was a recommendation from a mutual friend. Okay,
It smells like every red wine I've ever had ever.
just try it.
Okay. But that's the first one ever. They all taste the same.
In case anyone's wondering, it's just straight juice.
Tell me which one of these two like groupings looks like the fucking couple to you. Which one looks more comfortable? Which one looks more at ease? Right? It's not about some fucking crazy conspiracy theory because we hate Erudite. Okay? It's about watching a year of a descent of somebody, once again, and I'll repeat it, who used to make, like, fuck. I'm just gonna show you. I'm just gonna show you. Like, again, I wanna go way back to, like, early Erudite content. Where the fuck is it?
Expressions, are they accounted for by their genes? That's usually
Yeah,
how
what
we
you just said, the
discriminate.
difference is in expression, yeah, but not like is the thing itself 100% determined by genes or environment, but how much of
She started off having, like, highly academic intellectual conversations on a topic in which she is qualified and has expertise. People can do the whole kind of coping debate of, like, well, how big is... I don't fucking care. She went from that to having these kind of conversations, and, like, if we go to this one...
This year has given me a lot of time
Where is it?
away from streaming,
Fuck
and
is it?
therefore a lot of time.
They were super. They like took Nick out clubbing afterwards. I hung out with Emma, and then I went to bed, and Nick was out like super late. And I was like, we have a flight at like 7 a.m.
This is her core content of talking about content creators she fucking knows. Yes, people have questions. And again, if any of the other shit, like if any other content creator was going through like the leaks or anything else, this community would be all fucking over it. There'd be none of this worry about what the victims think. It would be, we need to talk about this. It's really serious. What an ethical breach. I thought you guys were leftists. What about your principles? Like, I got annoyed at the PV stuff when they did like the Destiny rally. Like, we could, like, you can talk separately about the Vosh stuff where they like supported like a far leftist, like, which was an insane thing to fucking do in like a fucking normal election. Complete waste of time and money. But like, I look at the PV one where they've got, like, let's just actually fuck it. We're going on a very brief tangent. Okay, we're just gonna go Will and his channel. Okay, we're gonna have a look at this because I was clipping this earlier for something. This is Dylan Burns with Lonerbox, who's not even American, out canvassing, describing their experience. I just want to play this to you because I think it really does speak volumes about the state of political fucking discourse online.
The tempo of rhetoric in this country, but a lot of that's just due to the algorithm kind of incentivizing that type of vitriolic rhetoric. So I think this is good for like human interactions. We had a few good human interactions today with some people who are really motivated to get out against Trump, other people really motivated by local issues like parking. But I think the main thing that I like about being kind of the first team to come out is we get to take it all on the chin by the people who are just annoyed by engaging in politics.
They discovered that many of the people on the doorstep cared about local issues. This was apparently shocking to many of them. They highlight it. Oh, we found a trend. You're out canvassing in an area for an election. You shouldn't be discovering trends while you're on the doorstep. Like, I can get it if you're a fucking audience member. But you guys are meant to be informing people about politics. And you're shocked that local issues play a part in people's decision making. Because they went out and wanted to talk about Trump. It's a local election. This was 9 months ago. This wasn't like the main race. Will said he has a new video coming soon. Good. I'm sure it'll be fucking banging. I just hate the LARP. I hate the LARP. It annoys me. And I feel personally scammed. Okay? I feel scammed over time.
Bad Sunday impression.
I'm sorry, I haven't studied that enough to do a good impression.
No. Okay. Seriously though. No, I don't think I would. I would have. What was the question? Would I resent you
me if this all failed?
No, I don't think I would. Well, no, I know I wouldn't resent you, if it failed. If I did all of this, what I would say is, if I did all of this or accepted all of this, and you didn't really put your best foot forward, you didn't really put in the effort, you didn't prioritize things, you didn't take like criticism, you didn't take it seriously, then I probably would, because it's like, well, what the fuck did I give you this for?
But
you know what I mean?
Would you say I'm there already?
What do you mean?
Like, I'm putting my best foot forward, I'm prioritizing things.
Well enough, for sure. Like, I think you're doing it like a damn good job. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could be better, and that's why I criticize you so much.
Okay, I can't pause on everything that looks like a fucking.
No, I give you feedback obviously because it's perfect and no one's perfect. But no, I think you're doing a very good job. Yeah, and I have a lot of respect for you, and I admire a lot that you do, and I'm really proud of you.
How do you?
Okay, bro. Oh fuck! I've been there, Nick. I've been there, bro. I feel for you. Fuck. Listen, I don't know if Erudite has an editor, but if this was put together by an editor, that editor is either not being paid correctly or fucking hates Kyla. Jesus.
You maintain a sense of like masculinity? How do you feel respected when, like, on Instagram I'll post like thirst traps, like intellectual thirst traps, and I definitely like pretty self-evidently lean into my like attractiveness or sexual appeal. It's not the only thing that I bring to the table, but I'm by no means hiding from the fact, where I feel like if you compare it to like Anna Kasparian, she's beautiful, but I feel like she's never leaned into that. She's always tried to stay really, really professional, which is totally her choice to make. Whereas I feel like I've pretty intentionally, like, I wear a choker every episode. I've never worn a choker before.
I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. She knows? She knows? Erudite, you have watched women ethot themselves through the DGG community for like 3 years. Listen, I'd get it if you were like just coping about this, but turning to your husband and you're like, how do you feel about the fact that I basically turned myself into an e-whore? Wait, what? Bro, there is a Reddit post somewhere on a burner account saying something along the lines of, this is a throwaway account. My partner is whoring herself out for her boss, and I don't know what to do about it. You know, like those ones where like someone agrees to an open relationship and they're just like crying on Reddit that they like can't take it. There is that Reddit post by Nick somewhere. I'd put money on it. Holy fuck.
But I also intentionally chose to continue wearing a choker after people were like sexualizing it, because I don't care, and also I don't care about being sexualized. So do you feel like, even though I'm saying I respect you, am I respecting you?
Yeah, I mean, I just don't care about, like, I don't know why it would be disrespectful of me for my wife to be hot, you know? Or even beyond hot, like sexy, like to dress sexily. The only thing I can imagine, it's kind of like the reverse. If I had a problem with that, I don't know how that wouldn't obviously voice my just insecurity of mine. I think it's obvious.
You you are on a video discussing the fact that like her audience thinks you're a cuck. If you didn't care, you wouldn't be in this video, bro. Okay, here's a little story for you. Friend of mine, long time ago now. This is going back to like late 2000s. He started dating a porn actress. Like we all knew her. Nice lass, don't get me wrong. But they started dating, and then she started doing like adult pictures and then adult films. And like I remember sat at like a pub table with him, like outside in the city. We were like, bro, how do you feel about this? Like, is it okay? And he's like, yeah, of course it is, guys. Of course it is. Like, so many guys pleasure themselves to my partner. It is fucking, and I get to go home with her. Okay? I get to go home with her. And like, I'm like, dude, this is fucking brutal. And you can see when a person is dying behind their eyes. No, guys, I'm actually just really secure. Come on. Oh, they're religious, aren't they? How about encouraging men to convert to neighbor's wife, as in one of the same covet, not to. Do you talking about convert? Or do you mean like not to covet like your neighbor's wife or something? Yeah, I don't know. I think the whole religious thing is really fucking weird. I've always thought NSC's views on religion are frankly fucking bizarre. Becca, what are your thoughts on iced diet peach tea? I don't really like diet things. Peach tea is nice. I like iced tea. Iced tea is good. Thanks for that bizarre one, guy. Right, okay. Yeah, this is actually, do I need to fucking like bring up the I don't know if everyone's seen this. Not so erudite. Let's just go through her posts. Because I looked earlier because I was obviously grabbing shit for this, for like the thumbnail. Bro. Dude, what is this? The heavy breathing in the background. I don't think you can comment on this. Come on. I get it. You can do this. You can make the argument of I just want to like have fun. But you're positioning yourself as an intellectual. Obviously, people are going to comment on that.
That being insecure is emasculate, whatever. So I don't know. It just doesn't. I don't see how that's disrespectful unless you're just.
Also, I don't get this. Listen. I know people are going to do the fucking cosplay cope thing. 10 from Ragemonger. Yes, bring all the clips up. It's that kind of stream. It is that kind of stream. I think this one's been coming for a while. You can do the cosplay cope. You can be like, oh, no, guys, it's just cosplay. It's just cosplay. It's a bit of fun. It's a bit of anime fun. Look, there's two types of cosplay, okay? There is, it's the same as Halloween costumes, okay? Same rules apply. There's the cosplay of, I just want to dress up as a character. I want to dress up as a space marine or as a fucking like anime girl with like the fucking ridiculous fucking flowing dresses and shit. And then there's, I want to walk around in bra and pants and high heels and look like a stripper. But I want to do it in a way where I can kind of argue that I'm not being a stripper. I'm just doing cosplay, right? Erudite is actively choosing the latter of those two things. Okay, that's a choice. Okay? When she talks about, like, mentioning cosplay to her friends in, like the previous video, the reality is that, yeah, you're an adult woman dressing up in incredibly slutty outfits. And you can do that, that's fine. but it's going to elicit a particular reaction. And before anybody goes, hey, Beckett, that's really misogynistic to say that. We should have some more respect for women. I don't want to fucking hear it about this fucking little group right now. In the same way, I don't want to hear any of the victims don't want to talk about. I don't want to hear any of this shit. Done. Don't care. Don't give a shit.
The only way I could see it being disrespectful for your wife to dress sexily or whatever, or to post
and, like, post pictures.
Yeah, is like if it's like hurting you because you're insecure.
And that she keeps doing it after you voiced it.
Yeah.
Like the Jonah Hill situation.
Yeah. Yeah, which is just insecure. It's fine. It's fine to be insecure, and you should be honest about where you're at.
And then
but
if your partner keeps doing it, that's where she's emasculating you as well. Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't think that is emasculating you.
Oh.
I just think that's the only reason why you'd have a problem with it. And it would be emasculating you if they like if they're constantly entertaining men. You know what I mean?
What
like
do you mean?
If guys are in their DMs and they're like flirting back, that could be emasculating, you know? But like using your looks and sex appeal, I don't understand why that would be disrespectful to me, unless it's out of respect to my insecurity about your sex appeal, which I don't have.
Right. Do you think that men who are significantly less attractive are going to be more inclined to that, or like what makes a man more inclined to be nervous about?
Vega, saw a semi-hot chick in the thumbnail. What's all this about? Fucking hell. We're talking about Notsoerudite, Vega, and the fact that I fucking feel burnt. I feel burnt by having defended this person for a while, and she's basically Destiny's pet. She is a professional groupie. How you doing, bro? I don't know what it is about Vega. He literally comes into every stream where I'm at like my fucking angriest, I think. Fucking takes him.
About his wife being like attractive, and for other men to look at her and go, yeah, she's really hot.
Probably, if I had to guess, I'd say probably not their attractiveness, but just their lack of trust in their partner and their insecurity, or their lack of their
You are making him defend feeling like a cuck way too much. Like, I don't understand this. She asked him a question, he answered the question, and they're still on the question. It's like hey babe, do you feel like a cuck? No, I don't feel like a cuck. Are you sure? Is there anything I do that makes you feel like a cuck? No, I'm good. I'm fine. Are you sure that you don't feel like... Dude, come on. What?
Hold on. Their lack of trust with their partner and their lack of value for themselves, I guess, because like, what's that signaling? You know, if you're worried about your partner, like being out there for other people, and then them entertaining other people, it's like, okay, well, what are you afraid of? Probably them cheating. Why would they cheat? Well, they find someone better. You're not good enough, right? Or
once again, you mean like her relationship with Destiny, which literally, I'll be honest with you, if it was me, I'd fucking worry.
Or
impulsive.
They're impulsive and untrustworthy, right? So I guess those things, probably for the most part. So I think hot people, very attractive people, can also be insecure.
Yeah. So do you think if I was more impulsive, you'd feel potentially like less comfortable with me being sexy on the internet?
More impulsive? You moved to Florida. You moved to Florida with no real plan, no work permit, no long-term visa fucking plans. You moved to Florida to open a clinic using a scheme of befriending Destiny and trying to get like what? Funding and optics through his connections? What do you mean if you were more impulsive? If you were more impulsive, you'd be sleeping on his fucking couch.
More so if I just didn't trust you. Like if I didn't trust you not to like hop or something like that. You know what I mean?
Like change partner.
Yeah. Like if I thought I was not a catch and you had like famous people in your DMs all the time, and you were dressing provocatively, such as to invite that sort of engagement
And participate.
and then you were entertaining them.
And do you notice how she adds participating there? Because what Nick is describing is accurate. She has famous people in her DMs, has moved across to another fucking country, and dresses provocatively. That's why she adds the little proviso of, oh, if I was engaging in it. Fucking
engagement, then then I might be insecure. Yeah. Well, no, I would be insecure, I guess. Yeah.
So what behaviorally would change in our dynamic if you felt like I was untrustworthy?
I'd just tell you that I was insecure. Like, I wouldn't use that language.
Would you ask me to stop posting pictures?
Maybe. Yeah, I mean that wouldn't be an unreasonable thing.
Yeah.
Do you think it'd be unreasonable?
No, I think like it's tricky.
But here's the thing though, right? So even if, okay, let me ask you this, sorry. Say it's reasonable.
Go on.
For you to ask me to stop posting pictures. Okay.
Do you think me displaying that insecurity would make you less attracted to me though?
You fucking, please don't pause and think about that. Please, God.
Probably.
Oh my God. Are you fucking high? Hey, babe, listen. I know that you've given up your entire life to move to another country for me, but if you get insecure about it, I probably wouldn't be as attracted to you. Look at his face. What are you doing? This is listen. This is borderline abusive. This is actually kind of abusive. Dude. Bro.
I would assume so.
But it's tricky because if you're insecure because I'm untrustworthy, then I'm creating the environment in which I'm less attracted to you.
Sure. I mean, I don't think that changes the fact of that the dynamic would make you less attracted though.
Yeah, just like it's fucked for men in that position, right? Because there's nothing they can do to really up their sexual attraction to their female partner because they are insecure because she's untrustworthy. But because she's untrustworthy, they're acting insecure, which is decreasing their sexual appeal to the woman, which might make her more likely as an impulsive person to be increasingly untrustworthy. And I don't see like the out of the Ouroboros there.
I think that's just a fact for men, right? It's like the ick. It's the ick problem.
Yeah.
It's like a girl can get the ick for you at any time for any reason. There you go.
Dude.
You know, like that's just one of the things that sucks about being a dude. And like I think that women are relatively speaking just kind of more mercurial than guys, and that's something that guys just have to deal with.
What do you mean by
What do you mean by yeah? Funnily enough, first time I've agreed with Erudite. What do you mean by that? Brain dead with a 5. She was an up and comer. She was an up and comer to living in Destiny's backyard in 5 years flat. Destiny is a pope. He is infallible. There can only be one, apparently. Yeah, seemingly so. Very disappointing.
This mercurial,
Mm-hmm.
like prone to
Whimsy?
well, yeah.
Fancy?
Now we're just using one weird word for changing one weird word for another.
Like whimsy is an easier word than mercurial.
I think mercurial fits better though.
I agree.
They're prone to sudden, emotional, less like rational changes in outlook, perspective, or feeling. So
This is your no fucking shot. Listen, babe, I get it. I know I have to do this because women are crazy. Listen. Goals aren't updating? Oh, fuck. Okay. Well, I mostly only start them as a joke anyway. It's fine. Just keep donating. Maybe they'll update. I fucking know. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
something like that.
That's your incentive. Donate
So, like,
until the goal
you know, like,
works.
all the I've never heard a story
That's the goal.
of like
Make the goal work.
a guy watching their girlfriend do something random and like
Just being like, nope.
be like, oh wow, I can't find you attractive anymore. But I've heard lots of stories of girls having a boyfriend
Yeah.
like jump over a fence, like very strangely, and be like, I could never
I
procreate with
can't
that.
have sex with you anymore.
You know?
Yeah, I feel like the craziest X story I read was a girl who was in a car crash with her boyfriend, and he just like in the car crash flailed a lot. And she has like the running memory of him flailing in the car crash, and she's like, "I got the ick. Like I can't be with him anymore." And I was like, "Bro, first of all, it's not the car crash. There was something before that. It has to be. It it's like the therapy saying of like it's never about the orange. Have you ever heard that? So in therapy, we have this rule like it's never
Wait, what? Okay, this is
about the orange. So if you see like a couple or a person like stressing about a really surface level silly thing, we call that like the orange. And it's like,
wait, is this cut out of order? Is this cut out of order? She just asked him whether he'd heard this thing about the orange, right? But, okay, we're at 18 minutes. But if we go back to 8:48...
their partner.
And then it's often not worth it. And then they grow to resent their partner.
Yeah, that's true.
And then it's not the orange.
What? That's a reference to the thing she's literally talking about.
Person like stressing about a really surface level silly thing, we call that like the orange. And it's like if somebody's like really worried about or like gets the ick because their boyfriend was flailing in a car crash, we're like, they didn't get the ick because of the car crash. The ick was building up all until that point. That was just like the straw that broke the camel's back. That was like the most.
What was this conversation like? When did it cut? When was the flip? What the fuck?
Symbolic, simple, aesthetic moment that could capture this like deep psychological thing.
How did I notice that? Because out of nowhere he said it's not the orange, and I was like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, that's really random as a thing to say. I was like, what? I've never heard that before. So either she's not paying, like, if this is in like order, then she's not paying attention to him saying that earlier, and he's like, nah, I never heard of it. Didn't say that earlier, certainly. Or this is cut in the... Because the way this is presented like a flowed conversation that they're having about their relationship. But if that's not the case, then they have left in the most awkward bits of this. For what? What reason? That's fucking bizarre. What?
Was existing the entire time.
Do you think it's something that's, in those cases, do you think it's something that was building, or do you think there was a lack of protective factors that allowed the threshold to be overcome?
I don't know how to see those as different.
Okay, so the way I'm imagining it is your partner is not particularly masculine, but it's good enough. And then they do something extremely emasculate, and you're like, ooh, you're below my prerequisite now. That would be the thing I was describing. And then the other thing that I'm imagining is like, they do lots of things throughout the course of your relationship that changes your mind as to the masculinity of the person. I think you started off with a high opinion of their masculinity, and it's like dropping constantly because
this is like, just, you know, when someone like, fucking, like the mask slips, and they're like, there's so much conversation about masculinity from Nick. And again, because like many of you won't know this, you'll have never seen Nick before, I imagine. I hope. God help you. But like, his old stuff was basically like workout streams and talking about like good male role models and things. This has emasculated him. Like, not just in like public perception, like just having conversations like this is emasculating. Because listen, you can support your partner, you can like pursue their dreams. I've got friends who have done this. I've got friends who have moved to I have actually got friends who moved to Japan to like pursue like the wife's dreams. And that's fine. But it's obviously a fucking strain. It was a strain on my friend. But like, you have to be honest and communicate that. This is obviously a strain on Nick. Pretending otherwise is ridiculous. This is fucking look at him. Like, look what you're having to do to persuade an audience that is critical of you that this is fine. You guys fucking edited this and put it up on the channel and went, yep, this will be good. Seriously?
The things they do.
Bro.
It's probably both.
Like both happen, or
I think both occur. Yeah. And I think unfortunately it's going to be varied on the nature of the dynamic of the relationship, the guy himself and the girl as well, like what she notices and pays attention to. Because I think there are men who are pretty stable and consistent. They just exist at like a just masculine enough level that if they end up in a situation where like their girlfriend pegs them, or they get into a fight in front of their girlfriend, they lose or something like that.
I'm sorry, what?
Just masculine enough level that if they end up in a situation where like
Hold on. We're gonna slow this the fuck down. I want to just fucking focus in on this.
their girlfriend pegs them, or they get into
Oh. Whoever edited this is evil. Yeah, this is fucking brutal. Fucking hell.
to a fight in front of their girlfriend, they lose or something like that, it's like over for them. Whereas I think other men are very performatively masculine, and then as you date them, you start to figure out it's performative. And so like the build up over time, there's like that last thing that's just like, you know what, fuck you, like I'm over this, ick, I'm grossed out. But it was something that was building the entire time. So I think sometimes it's never about the orange, and sometimes it's the stable with a bad acute situation, which is terrifying.
I think that's well put. I think that makes sense.
Yeah, that's just terrifying to think about, because like women don't really deal with that. I never.
Ellington Moose with the pipe. What's wrong with a little pegging? Listen, what you guys do in your own time is totally up to you, okay?
Never in the back of my mind do I go, man, I hope I don't do something unfeminine enough that Nick just gets the ick for me. Thank God, because I feel like I'm kind of gross. I like burp and stuff all the time.
But there's just other things. There's other things that you have to worry about, and that other women have to worry about, right? Like,
it's an interesting slip. Go on.
Don't include this pause.
Do include this pause. Like, I feel like there's nothing.
This is torture. This is, listen, this is at least as bad as Max's stream with his partner. Unironically. Guys, what the fuck were you thinking? Shut it down. I've already got a fucking copy of this video downloaded, but I'd delete this if I were you. Holy fuck.
Comparable to the like women have other.
Oh, simple. That women can't generally be super abrasive, confident, bold, upholding their.
Oh, let me list a load of positive qualities, babe. Women can't be bold and abrasive and courageous. Women can't be those things. Bro, just sit down in the cuck chair and shut the fuck up. I fucking... It's so obvious and transparent what this fucking is. Okay? She is... Because Nick does this, by the way. This is not fucking new. Pegging is less emasculating than whatever the hell this is. Thank you for the 5, and true, I don't disagree with you. Nick does this. When NSE is in drama, Nick jumps in and tries to defend her because he views that as a masculine thing to do. And it never ends well, by the way. It doesn't end well for anybody. Listen, for anyone who's thinking about defending their partner on the internet, don't do it. There's no fucking point. You just turn yourself into a target and make her look weak. If Nick had just gone, Kyla, what the fuck are you talking about? Why are you making a video in reference to a single fucking comment? Why do you care? Shut the fuck up. If he'd done that, I wouldn't be sat here watching possibly one of the most bizarre videos of 2025 so far. And I know we're only 6 days in, but this one's probably going to be a little bit fucking hard to top, honestly. Hey, it's Lissy with the 999. It's my birthday. Here's a blizzard, and I am stuck watching this marriage fall apart. Oh, and pegging. Based, happy birthday. Thank you very much for your support, as always. You're super based. Q Hood Ornaments with the 2. He gets a little pegging as a treat. Beckett knows. Yeah, listen. You will get criticized whatever you do, but it is almost always the wrong decision to side with your partner in a drama. You shouldn't go against them. You shouldn't attack them. Depending on what it is, there are exceptions to that rule, but you should almost never side with them publicly. Support them in private, obviously, but getting involved publicly won't end well. It just makes you both look fucking crazy. Okay? Jesus.
Boundaries by default, all of those things will be perceived as like huge red flags. Bitch, you're a bitch, right? And there's tons of semi-analog things, like the fact that obviously, like, this is the generic gendered bullshit, right? Like that women never know if you're their friend as a straight male, because like they like you or they just want to fuck you, blah blah blah. There's obviously all those things, but the closest analog I can think is that it's that like men have to maintain some level of X factor. Let's even say X factor, because some women, it's not about masculinity at all. They get ick over something else entirely.
Yeah.
But men have to maintain some kind of prerequisitional X factor to maintain attraction, and women have to avoid some certain X factor to have any attractiveness to like 90% of men, maybe 70% of men.
Yeah.
You know,
what the fuck would either of you know? What the fuck would either of you know? As far as I can tell from the history of these two, they have basically been childhood sweethearts forever. Why the fuck are either of you giving relationship advice? Congratulations, you have a marriage that seems to have lasted, which you guys are like publicly seemingly running into the fucking ground for content. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, it's this whole thing of, you know, I said this about the Bo Black stuff. Taking drama advice from drama creators who can't handle their own drama is like taking relationship advice from a virgin. It's kind of pointless. But it comes a close second, because these two have just really only had relationships with each other, from what I understand. They don't have like a wider fucking knowledge base. And again, like, you're talking about relationships dynamics, while Erudite's closest friend is having his relationships publicly aired and is getting divorced for what, the second time? This is nonsense. And I'm really like, again, just going back to the fact that I'm sick of streamers on this from this fucking sphere of DGG and shit, talking as if they've got some like fucking moral grounding or authority to talk about this shit. They don't. And it's fucking grating, frankly. Just put the fries in the bag. Fuck off.
Yeah, I do feel like this is like the classic, like, men who say they're into confident women are 90% of the time lying. It's interesting being in this niche, obviously, where I tend to appeal to, if anyone's going to watch my content, it's typically going to be women or like trans women, trans men who just think I'm a fucking epic girl boss. There's some straight men who feel that way too, but a lot of the straight men I think that appreciate me are men that genuinely appreciate confident women, like in a deep way. And
no. you are watched by people in DGG. DGG is Destiny's community. Like it's like fucking the website URL. Oh, or like domain. Guys, I think the people who appreciate me are the people who appreciate strong and courageous women. And, you know, they like the girl boss attitude. What girl boss attitude? What are you talking about? If you'd said this like fucking a year and a half ago, I'd fucking maybe agree with you. But there's no girl boss here. You are just someone else's content. Where the fuck is it? 16k views, and most of it, not most of it, but actually a fair portion of it is basically promoting the personalities of random fucking people you've met.
And that's just like not most men. Most men are like lying when they say that, and so I think I have a bit of
it's like started in LA. Like it became very trendy for men, like socialite men, especially like in places like Los Angeles, to be like what do you find in most attractive women? I just really enjoy like confident women are just so sick.
And then they're like leftist sexist, where they get like
Oh yeah, you know, I see your point. Tell me, what does Destiny enjoy about the women he fucks? What's his type, Erudite? Is it confident women, or is it women with deep emotional problems? I don't know. Mystery. If only there was some sort of fucking leak of some kind that may give us a reference point. I don't know. That'd be fucking wild, wouldn't it? This is insane, Cope. I can't fucking... Actually, no one likes confident women. No one's ever interested in that. You've gone from, we need to get rid of red pill content and show people what masculinity is, to talking about how people can't handle anything else other than traditional gender roles, and how your relationship works because Nick's form of masculinity apparently transcends that. By becoming King Cuck? What was that thing? Fucking Slime's old avatar, King Cuck.
super pissy when you're actually.
Is this an open marriage?
Because they want you to be.
Is this an open marriage? Place your bets.
Confident, but they don't want you to disagree with.
I don't think they want you to be confident at all. I think it's just cool to say.
Yeah.
It's just like fake feminist messaging.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I guess like when I think about the male
Fake feminist messaging. Fuck off.
plights versus the female plights, I have survivor bias because I have you, who likes all of the parts of me that most men tend not to like about me.
The guys that actually like confident women are like almost exclusively like nerdy gamer guys who want a dommy mommy.
Yeah. Golden Retriever boys.
Yeah.
Genuine Golden Retriever boys.
What, you mean like somebody who would drop their entire life and move to another country to pursue their partner's insane dream of becoming a groupie? Those kind of guys. God, the fucking projection.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the ick is... It's interesting.
Do you think the ick is like a really bad thing that women do? You think is very unfair and like negative, pejorative? Or do you think it's just kind of like it is what it is?
I think it's incredibly unfair, and it also is what it is. I have a suspicion that it's semi kind of instinctual. I think a good woman, especially if you're married or in a long-term relationship, a good woman gets the ick, and
A good woman.
My mouth is so dry. I should get water actually. I'll just finish this thought. I think a good woman, if she gets the ick at all, she voices it to her male partner. She tells him what the issue is, and she gives him time to fix it. I think an immature woman, so a girl, gets the ick and leaves the relationship. And so I think it's a very instinctual thing of being like, this isn't gonna work.
And sorry, when you say ick, you mean in this very like quick sort of way, like it's like boom, the stunning cap is like, oh, like if
You were talking about serious relationships like you're a fucking Zoomer on Twitter. On fucking TikTok. This is the name. Again, erudite is somebody with degrees in psychology. Like, that's her introduction to this. And she's gone from fairly highbrow intellectual content to, let's talk about relationships from, like, your level of Riz. I thought it was Nick who went out clubbing with Turkey Tom, not fucking NSE. God.
you've had a mounting experience with your partner that's killing your attraction to them, and you try to voice it to them and they don't take it seriously and they continue down, that's not the ick. That's something else.
The issue is that I feel like the secondary thing you're labeling, sometimes it just maintains until the girl's like, I can't fucking handle this anymore. Like, I've only got so long of a window, and the reality is like, I don't want to have kids with you. Like, holy shit. But I think a lot of times it becomes that it's not about the orange situation, where like that thing is growing until they hit a point where they're just icked out. I think a lot of those women try to stick it out. Like, a good woman tries to stick that out, but at that point, when it's that longevity thing, there's so much to fix that I think that relationship almost never works out.
It's kind of a question of like, are you worth it?
Yeah.
Are you worth me continuing to try to...
And fighting for it and wasting potentially my like genuine biological...
That's a great example of women's like analog unfairness thing. The fact that guys will fuck around with you forever and you have a window.
Yeah.
A finite window, assuming you want to have kids, which most women do.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's just a fact that you always have to be running this analysis of like, do I want to procreate with you? Will you procreate with me actually?
And are you worth it?
And are you worth it?
Yeah. Do I want you to be the father of my children?
Well,
Which is like
that's what do I want to procreate with you means.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Father.
That's what I said.
So while we were applying...
Okay. I wanna test something. Because listen, I've been talking, I've been like doing this video and I've been looking at like my own audience demographics for a reason, basically, for something that's in this video. Talking about sort of like age and gender breakdowns in videos for creators. This is completely irrelevant. I don't know why I'm telling you this, but the point is, I looked at my own demographics and I have a fairly sizable female audience, which surprises me. I don't know what any of you are doing here, but, you know, if you want to portray feminism by supporting me, you're welcome. But anyway, so I want a 1 in chat if you think this laugh is real, and a 2 in chat if you think this laugh is fake as fuck.
For my children.
Well,
which is like
that's what do I want to procreate with you means.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Father.
That's what I said.
Does that look real to you? 2 in chat if you think that is fake. If you think that is absolute bollocks. I gave you misogyny bucks, so true. Is anyone buying this? There we go. Thank you. I hope the lurkers are having fun as well. I hope you're enjoying it. It's because you look like Sped Sheeran. Thanks for the 2. I mean, you're not fucking wrong. I think that's the first time I've ever done that, and literally no one put 1.
So while we were applying for a visa and everything, you couldn't work. Like,
It's been say done.
Which left you in this position where I'm working 60, sometimes 70 hours a week. But you're legally not allowed to work. And because like
to be employed.
Wait, what?
Where I'm working 60, sometimes 70 hours a week. But you're legally not allowed to work. And because like
to be employed.
And you because you did personal training, it would potentially look really weird if you were taking on new clients while in America, especially because most of your clients would be American. So I guess, what was it like for you to be You basically took up.
So wait, isn't that an admission that you worked in America illegally without the correct visa status, and at the same time, while you sorted out your visa status so you could work, you didn't do that for Nick? Wild to listen to this, with the Sonic in the corner, lol. Yeah, well, fuck. I like to change up my little profile thing when people do art of me. I actually quite like this one. This one's completely fucking ridiculous. This is bizarre. Dude. Hey, listen, I know I dragged you to another country and we made no provision that you continue working or doing things or engaging in, you know, the career path you chose. But that's cool, right? I'm just gonna hang out with Destiny. I fucking... Bro.
Up the man. For those who don't know, Nick basically like cooked, cleaned. He was like the master of the house. He did everything in the house. He cooked for me, cleaned the whole house, did all the chores, and I just worked. I like basically haven't really like I would help out every now and then, but I really haven't had to do like a house chore as a requirement in a year, even though I think I still consistently do the garbage and I undo the dishwasher and I put away the clothes, but like that's about it. Comparatively, you do everything. So I guess the question is, how did you feel about that? Did you feel emasculated? If yes, why? If not, why? And how do you think it impacted our relationship?
Why are you doing this publicly? Like, legitimately, I'm just, fuck, if you see this, explain. What the fuck possessed you? Like, you know he can't speak honestly, right? This is the worst part about this fucking thing. This is why it's like I keep saying it's like bordering on abuse. Because he can't speak honestly. He can't tell you what he thinks. You are filming content of like questions around your relationship. This, I don't know whether you guys have had this conversation before. From the sounds of things, like it sounds like earlier on when it's like, oh, I give you criticism, like you've certainly had some sort of fucking conversations. But you are putting him in a position where one of two things are true. Either he can be honest with you, in which case you would, I don't know, if the honest answers are like miles away from this, it could look really bad for you. If he came out and said, yes, I feel emasculated. Yes, you dragged me away from my family and my home. Yes, you have basically like had us living in multiple different fucking houses where you've tried to set shit up. Yes, it's fucked that I can't work. I've given everything up for you, and now you've dragged me onto a video to defend yourself. Like, he can't say that if it's the truth. Might not be, but he can't say that if he is. And let's say it is the truth, and you guys break up down the line, because this is, like, all too much. Then what are you going to do? Point to this video and said, what, you never told me?
Or your view of me?
So not working definitely didn't make me feel emasculated, just because I don't really attach masculinity to work or money. It's like not a matrix by which these two things interact for me.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Fuck off. It absolutely is for almost everyone. Let me tell you something about men. Men generally. I'm not going to sit here and talk to you about masculinity. Guys, generally speaking, are programmed in a way, like there's something in us that means that we have to be useful. So many, like, one of the like leading causes of depression in guys, and listen, actually, fuck this. I'm not going to go to studies or anything else. Just talk to your male friends who are depressed about their lives, and they'll talk about their lives not going anywhere, that they're not productive. It's not actually about income. Income isn't really that important to a lot of guys. It's like a measure of way of keeping score. Usually it's to do with who you're supporting. But like having something valuable that you're contributing really is. And also having your own independent things in your life is really important. It's important to women as well, actually. It isn't just a male thing. Women need something. Like, it's why a lot of women get frustrated when their careers get become secondary to their kids or their husband. It's like it's a leading cause of relationship issues. You can say that it doesn't, like, it's not, well, I don't really tie money into it. Yes, sure, I believe you. I'm very similar. I don't really give a fuck about income. But I do care about productivity and, like, being useful. And it sounds like you are massively underappreciated, frankly. And the reason I say that is because Erudite keeps doing things like in the last video, she's like, Nick, it's the most amazing guy ever. He's so supportive, which sounds like compensating for not providing that appreciation. Hell, fuck. How many guys in marriages talk about the fact that it would just be really nice if my partner turned to me and tell me how much they actually just appreciate the shit that I do? Because it doesn't happen enough, actually. And it's kind of wild that people, like, Erudite is positioning herself as somebody to give relationship advice to, like, and Nick's positioning himself to give advice on masculinity. And it feels like neither of you are being fucking honest. That's just... And just as a final thing, then we'll carry on. Look, I know it's a bit of a joke that Erudite got one guide into this video on a fucking comment, but I'll tell you this. You don't get one guide into making a video off a single comment if there's not some truth to it, if it's not bothering you. Do you have any idea how many fucking comments I get that I just fucking ignore? Because they don't matter. They're irrelevant. But you can fucking tell if a comment annoys me, because I'll bring it up. I'll talk about it. I'll reference it. Or if it struck something in me, or like for part of a wider conversation, you can tell, and you can tell with all creators. You know, when Matt Pitt went on a fucking tirade on Now Recording against the art community because they kept criticizing, like, Now Recording for being transphobic or ableist, he got annoyed. He needed to blow off steam. And unfortunately for Erudite, you have, but just by putting that comment in, you've kind of buried the lead that this is a problem for you. Do you think Erudite will record him without consent and remix it into a song? No, I don't. Yep, it's not about it's not about the orange. Yeah. He was dragged to another country. He can't work. He's a housemaid. Also, she can spend more one-on-one time with Destiny. If he isn't emasculated, then he's delusional. Yeah.
There was something like emasculation probably to all the house chores, at which it took me a while to get good at doing them, like to be motivated, to be consistent. You can speak to that. So it wasn't a quick process of adaptation. Swapping over to doing all the cooking was pretty easy.
Because you like cooking.
I like cooking already, and I've gotten really good at cooking, and you hate to cook. Generally.
True.
So that one was pretty easy, and I've already done a lot of cooking. Cleaning.
But I'm not a bad cook, just so it's...
No, you're good. You're good. Cleaning and tidying. Ugh. That was really hard for me to adapt to. Like, I just didn't have the, like, space in my brain or whatever to, like, take on the mental load of being cognizant of all those things.
Well, especially because in our dynamic, I'm way more concerned about tidiness specifically than you are. So the cleaning standard that, like, we would talk about and negotiate was higher than the cleaning standard.
Talk about and negotiate. Fuck off, Kyla. What an absolute fucking bitch. I know I've dragged you to another fucking country and you've given it your life, but can you just, like, try a little harder? Actually, fuck off. Do you know what? Like, I again, I can't stress this enough. I know I'm gonna get criticism for this stream. I actually know that. Because, like, well, it seems like NSC's not so popular with some people now, or you're friends with Queeman, or you're friends with Sunday, so you're throwing shit. No, hold on. Again, I've defended Kyla to both of those people while on good terms. I defended Kyla to Sunday multiple times over the years. It's just watching this shit happen. I just can't. I actually can't. It's fucking gross. Like, it's just gross. And if you're fucking, just be honest with yourselves. What a shit way to treat your partner.
Tidiness standards specifically than you would necessarily care about. And I would notice untidiness before you.
Yeah. So it was super not intrinsically motivating for me to clean. You were desired, required. The situation of our relationship required like a higher level of tidiness than I was accustomed to or cared about. So it was really hard to do it consistently.
You feel like it's wrong of me to require it of you?
No, that's fine. I think
I feel like when people hear that, they're gonna think that that's like gay.
Of a woman to want things to be tidy.
No, of a man to meet the woman's expectations.
Oh, I mean, if she's making like most of the money, it just seems obvious to me. Well, it could be crazy. It'd be crazy. Well,
I agree. Just so it's clear, it's just funny because I'm thinking about all the red pill men and their brains are just like.
You are sweeping for somebody in a sex scandal. Shut up.
well, I don't know. Just like apply the same logic backwards, right? If you're in a relationship where the man is making almost all the money,
But he's tidier than the woman.
sure.
Yeah.
Even if he's not, even if he doesn't care about the tidiness and he just wants his wife to clean more so that he feels like reciprocity in the relationship, is that like
I'm sorry. Wait, where is this conversation going? Are you guys now advocating for fucking trad relationships? What?
a little bit petty? Like maybe a little bit. It's also super fair. If that's what you need to manage your emotions and maintain appreciation for your partner, like fuck it, who cares? Whatever works, right? Humans are not like truth seeking machines, in my estimation. We're function performing machines, right? That's all we care about, is that things work, right? And if what you need to make your relationship work is for you to see your partner put in some requisite amount of effort into working, into cleaning, into personal development, well, then so be it. If you love each other, it's worth doing that, right? And so even though it wasn't natural for me to perform those tasks or be that way, I tried really hard to get better at it, to get more consistent at it. And I think I got better consistently. And now I'm really good at it.
Especially with the new house.
Yeah. Especially, it's a lot easier too for guys out there that aren't clean. If you take pride in your space, it's a lot easier to keep it clean. Holy shit. That was like mind blowing.
Termite house was not motivating.
That was hard. Yeah, that was hard.
Yeah.
Oh boy. But yeah, I mean, I think that's fair. Like, it is fine for you to ask whatever you need for your relationship to work. And it's fine for your partner to say no.
Were you ever worried that I would view you as like less of a man?
Yeah.
Because you were cleaning all the time?
Yeah.
How did I I guess like satiate? It's probably not the right word, but like, did I assuage those concerns?
Over time, like the fact that things didn't seem to change, right? Like, so I was worried about it early on, right? Because it's like, you don't present like someone who would care about that, but you never know. The ick is mysterious, right? And so I was worried about it, yeah. But I was like, it's regardless of the fear there, it's like the only fair thing to do. So I'll give it a shot. And it's like, if it had seemed like you were losing appreciation, respect, desire for me, then that would have been a conversation. But it never happened, you know?
How would you have that conversation? Because I wonder how often, like,
I feel like I'm phasing in and out of reality. It's like you're having two conversations at once. There's like layers to this. You're having these abstract conversations about how people would handle a relationship while also clearly like litigating your own relationship live for an audience. Not live, but like recorded for an audience. Fucking bonkers. I know.
when men and women, because women complain all the time about men not doing enough chores. And I think there's a number of reasons for why men do chores around the house less often, which is socialization, gender expectations, how their mothers raise them. I think there's a lot of enabling mothers for young men specifically. But I wonder if part of it, I wonder how often it's not like labeled or put the finger on, but that men exist in a state of like, if I do too many chores, my female partner is going to think I'm kind of gay, like I'm a little bit emasculine. Do you think that that's common, or do you think
Bro, I have no idea. I know for me, the day that I had the switch where I was like, fuck, I kind of like cleaning a little bit now.
You texted me.
Yeah. I was like,
It's so cute.
I was like, God, I'm a homosexual. So like I feel that way about it. Do I think it's rational? Not really. Is it common that other men are worried that their partner is going to think that way about them?
Like, do you think there's any like,
I
implicit
just don't know.
concern?
I don't know.
That's
I really
fair.
don't.
Because that's like if I wonder if how many men implicitly are worrying about that without realizing it, which is like making it so much harder for that dynamic to shift. But also, how do you even have that conversation with your partner if you recognize, yeah, I am worried that they're gonna think I'm kind of cucked.
The thing is, I think it's mostly unfounded, right? How many women will be less attracted to a guy if they start caring about how they dress? What's this?
What is this fucking conversation? What? Like, I feel like we've just completely shifted. Like, this is so weird. Just like it's like a blink and you'll miss it moment in this fucking video where it suddenly starts becoming about something completely different. It's like, well, okay, maybe this has been a little bit too close to home. Do you think like women will be less attracted to you depending on your cleaning level? How do you feel about women cleaning? What about their role? It's like dude, chill.
If they start being concerned with fashion and aesthetic.
Very few.
Very few.
And the ones that will, it's usually a red flag that they're grossed out by it.
But also it's fine. You know, if that's just...
You're too nice to women. It's not fine. It's fucking cringe. It's
I love
pathetic.
women.
He does. Just so it's clear, he infantilizes women, okay?
I don't infantilize them.
Positivist, infantilizes
I'm
women.
not a positivist. I'm not a
don't.
gender positivist.
I don't infantilize women, okay? It's fucking cringe if men caring about their looks make you
hold on.
I'm not a positive.
It's usually a red flag that they're grossed out by it.
But also it's fine. You know, if that's just...
You're too nice to women. It's not fine. It's fucking cringe. It's
I love
pathetic.
women.
He does. Just so it's clear, he infantilizes women, okay?
I don't infantilize them.
Positivist, infantilizes
I'm not a positivist. I'm
I
not
don't.
a gender positivist.
I don't infantilize women, okay? It's fucking cringe if men caring about their looks make you like feel some sort of way. I think there's a certain level of ick that's biological, and I also think that you can overcome certain icks by just like being intentional about it.
I just think I'm consistent on this. I think if a guy is sort of like red pill oriented and they want their wife to not have a job and to cook and clean and...
Oh, in that dynamic, then yeah, sure.
Well, this is just the reverse. It's just in the case of the red pill guy, you have a very strict
I'm sorry. What? Did you just say this is the reverse? Are you comparing your relationship to fucking red pill? Did you see her face? Listen, I'm getting to the point of being tired, but like fucking
not have a job and to cook and clean and...
Oh, in that dynamic, then yeah, sure.
Well, this is just the reverse.
Oof.
It's just in the case of the red pill guy, you have a very strict determined sort of idea of how women are, and you're attracted to women, not things that aren't women. And if you're a woman who has a very strict and determined view on what men are, and you're not going to be attracted to things that aren't men by your standards, then it's fair. If men don't clean by your like litmus, and your guy's cleaning all the time, and men don't worry about...
Would I hire this editor? No. Fucking... I don't know who our editor is, but they're a monster. I'd listen. All respect to them, but I wouldn't fucking trust them.
About fashion, and your guy is worried about fashion, and you're like, well, I can't be attracted to you anymore. You're not a man anymore, right? It's like if that's how the inner working of your head works, I think that's just fine. It's like, is it limiting yourself? Yeah. Is it inviting like pain for others? Yeah. Is it worse to be that way? Yeah. But it's also just kind of fine. You know what I mean?
Is it worse in every single way? Yeah. Is it irrational in every single way? Yeah.
But what I mean,
But also,
humans
whatever.
aren't rational. We're not rational beings. We're emotional creatures.
Yeah, but I strive for moral superiority.
Yeah, but you're not perfect, right?
I know.
So it's like,
Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Look, both of them need a fucking reality check. Honestly, I don't get it. I don't get how you can make a video like this in the situation you are in, both publicly and with your with your associations. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Like, I think part of the problem is I accept. I think. Look, none of this is easy. No one is pretending that relationships or marriage or fucking moving or work or life is easy. No one is making that fucking claim. But like, I think there is a dividing line between, and I think it's this really like actually pretty important dividing line of trying to keep things that actually matter to you, your private life, just separate, not just from streaming, but from your work life. It's so essential. Because all of us have cracks. All of us have issues. That's fine. But stuff like this is wild to put out. You just end up looking completely inconsistent. I think worse than that. I mean, again, it's like... Listen, it's about the ick. It's about oranges, or whatever the fuck they keep saying. You are making a video which is essentially like a prelude to, like, it looks like a prelude to a breakup. It's like fucking, what is it Vegas said? Therapy on stream. No one is perfect. But like, part of the issue is you can't have this both ways. You be honest about it. You could be like, yeah, this has been really shit for both of us. That's what it looks like. I wish you would be. But you can't do both. And you can't do it while associating with Destiny. It's just fucking laughable. Come on.
yeah.
No, I'm perfect actually.
There's certain things that, like, I think this is in the realm of neutral. Is it worse than positive? Yes. I think it's in the realm of neutral.
Yeah, I would agree.
Gotcha ass.
Gotcha ass.
This is why I was a feminist first.
That's true, he was. He pulled me. Sometimes I worry about being a woman that's just like a gravitational orbit of like the strongest male character around her. Why do you think?
That's kind of scary.
What do you mean?
For you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because a lot of women just do that.
Yeah, sure. That's kind of scary for you.
I'm sorry. What? What? What was that?
Sometimes I worry about being a woman that's just like a gravitational orbit of like the strongest male character around her.
That's what you are. What?
Why do you think?
That's kind of scary.
What do you mean?
For you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because a lot of women just do that.
Yeah.
Yes, you are one of them. You're a Destiny girl now. You're possibly worse in some cases, because you've not even really done it to launch your own career. I know there's this cope about the clinic, but that is cope. It makes literally no fucking sense.
Yeah, sure. That's kind of scary for you.
For
How
me
do you deal with
specifically,
that?
or like uniquely? Or
I mean, I
just
think it's
all-
kind of scary. It should be kind of scary for any woman, but you're a woman who more outwardly presents this.
strong, independent.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Strong, independent. What are you... Who are you trying to convince? Who's this for? She almost self-reflected. Jesus. Infinite Slick. Is Kyla getting sausage from Steven? Serious question. Also, did you see the leak with Pixie? She looks like she was in agony. We're giving sloppy. Jesus fucking Christ. I've never actually seen the leaks, and so I'm very aware of them, but I've never sought out the images. Not out of any moral positioning, by the way, just because, like, you know, fucking Kiwi Farms crashed. What was I meant to do? No, I kid. I don't need to see that shit. Okay? I've got, look. I'm very mentally scarred as is. I'm not trying to seek out more of it. I've got no idea. There were rumors. There are always going to be rumors. Would I put money on it? I mean, at this point, yeah, sure. This is fucking wild, though. Like, yeah, you have put yourself in that position. You're not your own person in this anymore. You're just a Destiny Orbiter.
Yeah, and that's what you want. You think that's better, or for yourself at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, not an objective value statement, but at a subjective value statement, you think that's better. So that must be scary for you. Yeah. It's got to be like personality shaking a little bit.
It's a little mind fucky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think there's anything else, like even at a political or thinking level, that would be non-negotiables between us, that if we diverge too much, it would like potentially signal the end of our relationship?
Ooh, that is a very interesting question. Please go on.
I think if you became like super myopic in your view of, and like kind of like dystopian in your view on humanity, like if you became like an anti-natalist, like you're kind of anti-human, I couldn't handle that.
Yeah.
I'm
People
like,
who are anti-natalists are kind of like anti-theists. They're just like, they're anti-theists, fundamentalists, and anti-natalists are kind of the same ilk of person to me.
like it's death culty.
It's death culty. It's death cult unbearable. People like are just like, you're irrational and unbearable, and like I can't.
What? Like, don't get me wrong. Anti-theists are fucking annoying. Like, legitimately, quite annoying. But like, there's a big difference between like anti-natalists who are like nihilistic or dystopic, and like Hitchens, right? Like, what? I don't know. What?
Say anymore publicly. It's just wow. I'm just like, why are you here? Why are you here? Just leave then.
For you, that's part of why I'm conservative too. It's like, I think is my stance on free speech. Right? I really don't believe.
Yeah, we differ a fair bit over that.
Yeah.
Do you like being my husband?
Yeah. I think you're pretty cool. Well, I don't really like being your husband. I really like you being my wife, though.
What does that mean?
I don't know. It's nothing.
Just laconic?
Wasn't even laconic.
It was kind of laconic.
It's stupid.
It's pretty good.
I'm just saying stuff.
I don't even like being your husband. I like you being my wife. It's pretty romantic.
Is that?
Yeah.
Well, that's how I feel.
Yeah, you're very good at making me feel loved.
That's good. It's working.
Any last thought?
What do you like about being my wife?
I don't know. I feel like I won the lottery. Honestly.
Oh,
sexy?
fuck.
You and everybody else, turds.
I don't know. I feel like nobody cared enough about me, which probably isn't true, just because like this is a feeling, it's not descriptively true. But I felt like nobody cared enough about me to like put in the energy to try to help me like feel loved until Tia, like my first, like one of my closest friends. And I think Rachel also like wanted to give me that, but she was like as fucked up as I was, so didn't know how to.
Do you think you and Rachel are both fucked up because of like just growing up kind of domineering women in A
think we're very-
fundamentalist
yes.
Christian.
Yes, we're very similarly fucked up with like differences because of the differences in our families, but yeah, very, very similar.
Butter on bread with 1.99. Cheers, mate. Fuck me. People need to stop doing this. People need. Oh, please. This isn't just. Literally, this isn't just Kyla. Please. Stop trying to reframe your issues as positives. It's really fucking infantile. You know, it's like, I'll give you an example. I'm naturally pretty arrogant. I know this is hard for any of you to believe. But I'm pretty arrogant, and that displays itself in a variety of ways. I'm pretty certain when I come to a conclusion that I'm correct. I'm usually correct, and I can be quite aggressive. I tend to to do what I think's the correct thing to do if I disagree with people, right? Like I'll take charge and just what's the phrase? What's the phrase that I got fucking one of my managers said to me? It's like, you're very much the sort of person who'll ask forgiveness, not permission. I'm like, yeah, it's a nice way of saying that I go around people's backs to do things. There are loads of ways to put that, but the true baseline is I'm a very arrogant person, and I need to manage that because it's not a good quality. Okay? It's not a positive. It doesn't make me it's not just being sure of yourself. It's a personality flaw. Right? This fucking, I hate when people do this. Women do it all the fucking time. They'll reframe it as, no guys, it's just about people don't like strong women. No, people don't like people who are fucking annoying. Okay? You gotta manage that shit. You gotta own the position. The problem is, what you've got here, what this conversation essentially is two people who I don't believe this fucking conversation for a second. Okay? Both of them are fully aware of the position they're in and what the last year has looked like. They're not fucking dumb. Jesus. They're aware. And they've decided to come on a video and cope about it and reframe things in the most positive way. And the problem is neither of them believe this. So the video itself is completely unbelievable. I just fucking can't believe you put this out. The guy here is illegal. I don't know what the fuck they're thinking, talking about the fucking visa stuff they are. It's just insane. What's your diagnosis? What, for this? I don't know. It took a while to watch these fucking crash outs happen with NSC for me to hit a point. Listen, you've never seen me play the fucking dog clip on stream. I don't think I have anyway. Of NSC doing the fucking cute dog thing. I haven't just randomly decided to turn this into content. I'm just annoyed. You know? Brits are good at sarcasm because they don't have free speech. They had to learn to be creative. True. Jesus.
Clearly fucked up in the fundamentalist, dominant, strong.
Is it true you need a firearms license in Britain to own a butter knife? Kyla is a cutie. If I donate 500,000 to a scam clinic, will she give me slop? Jesus, thank you for the $4.99. No, it's not. It's not. In fact, we have a law in the UK for crossbow ownership, which is basically you're 18, you can own a crossbow. None of this cucked, you need a permit for it shit in America, okay? Also, you can still own guns in the UK, kids. Right? You can listen, there are shops for shotguns, okay? Get a grip. It's fine. And you can own rifles. You just need to jump through some hoops.
Female fundamentalist Christian world. Yeah. And I feel like I feel really blessed that you are willing to put in the time and the effort to be patient with me through like all of my ish and my problems, like even like the panic attacks that I'd have when we like make out when we first started dating and stuff.
Yeah, this is somebody who is primed to give fucking relationship advice. You want my diagnosis, my actual diagnosis, unironically? These are two people who need to take a very, very hard look at their relationship and work out what's important to them. Because I do think that they love each other. Don't get me wrong. You don't go through something like this for somebody you don't fucking love. But they need to work out what their fucking priorities are, because if you are making videos like this with your partner, your relationship is not in a good place. Ellington Moose with it too. Can't own anything cool though, like my 50 round mags. Fucking fuck off. In UK self-defense, but okay, no, we're not doing this shit. We're not doing fucking canned Brits. I was taught to fire guns when I was a kid in the UK. Okay. I was on a shooting team. Actually, that's not entirely true. I didn't make the team, but we had a shooting team.
And like you really embody that quote that I learned like I think like a year before we even started dating, when I was
Believe in the me that believes in you.
No, not that one. The one that's like, love is giving people parts of you that they don't want and you don't want to give them, and them taking it anyways. And I feel like you, especially in the beginning of our relationship, really embodied that. Because I just had a lot of problems.
Like, so you mean I gave you space to give you those things? Is that what you mean?
You loved me through me failing you.
Yeah, that's interesting.
What the fuck is he meant to say to that?
Like, so you mean I gave you space to give you those things? Is that what you mean?
You loved me through me failing you.
Yeah.
You loved me through me failing you. Okay.
That's interesting. Yeah, because a lot of the common wisdom of today is to rephrase that, rather like, so what you described as I was willing to love you through you failing me. How people look at that these days is they're giving red flags, drop them like a rock. You know?
Yeah. And I think I had a lot of red flags.
And that
you still do.
Like, in a sense, like using this like modern, like psychology first framework. Yeah.
And like me first framework.
Yeah. It's just, I think the language of red flags is so bad at avoiding the nuance of individuality, right? Like applying
Infinite Slick for $4.99. Hate to make it political, but is there any truth to the Asian grooming gang memes? Also, I hope NSC will sleep with me for money. Wish me luck. Well, as I'm in the UK, I'm not sure I'm allowed to talk about the grooming gang memes. The answer is kinda, sorta. It's a weird situation. If you're asking, did the police actively not investigate some of these crimes because they're worried about being accused of Islamophobia? Yes. Yeah, that is just a thing that's happened. We've known that for a while, though, to be fair. But yeah, it's an issue. Fucking, we've got enough of them.
Red flags to individuals is like applying statistics to individuals. It's like that's what's it called? What fallacy? Which one? Ecological.
Something with me. I was like, environment.
Yeah. Ecological fallacy. It's like, if you're applying these statistics to potential partners, well, why aren't you applying them to races? You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense. It's not good thinking.
Yeah.
It's like if someone is fucked up.
You are debate broing your relationship problems, guys. Oh my god, I think Destiny may actually be the devil. I actually think Destiny may actually just break people. Like, were you like this before this? This is fucking wild.
And you understand why they're fucked up, and they demonstrate an understanding of that fact and a desire to improve.
Mm-hmm.
Like, at least consider staying around.
Yeah.
You know, unless you're just a really bad judge of character, then maybe you need to rely on statistics.
Yeah.
But
And I think what's interesting is like we met obviously at a high risk youth camp, where we were dealing with kids that by every ecological fallacy are like not super worthwhile. And that like most leftists and conservatives would drop. They're bad behaviored, they're foul mouthed, they're racist.
And they're from single moms.
They're from single moms. And I really love the ism of that camp, which is if we don't reach their hearts today, they'll break our hearts tomorrow. And I feel like the way that we have been willing to love each other is also the way that we're really willing. I think both of us independently are willing to love people in a similar way, which is that I view people as a journey. And I think when people are like, well, why would you still be friends with Steven after he's like done all these?
Interesting. Let's get to my question. Okay, look. I want to reiterate what I said 2 hours ago. I don't care if someone stays friends with Steven. I care that clearly you can't have it both ways. Either you care or you don't care. Right? Either you care or you don't care. And clearly Kyla doesn't really give a shit about anything other than Steven. Like, plenty of people are prepared to compromise their morals. That's fine. Most of us do that, by the way, in one way or another. Like, we either know something's bad and we still do it, or we like recognize that, you know, we can like hold a principle, but it's malleable. But generally with core things, you kind of, especially if you're going to criticize other people for them. Destiny's best friend Dan is going on about how Hassan went to a brothel. He's going on about how the like owner of Twitch looks at porn websites. I don't think you can do that while sweeping for Destiny. I just don't. I think that's fucking wild. Actually, I think you're out your mind. Destiny knows this, by the way. Destiny's fully aware of it. And at least for all the other criticisms I'll throw at Destiny over this whole debacle, he's not shied away from it. When Sunday went at him on Just Ilk stream, Just Ilk muted him, and Destiny was like, "Nah, mute Sunday. Have you got to let him fucking talk?" Like, everyone seems to know this except for the Orbiters. They are the only people who don't seem to understand this, including Destiny himself. Just, what are you doing?
These things that you think are wrong. And it's like, because I don't view people as this expression of just like a singularity of a moment. I view people as like a journey. So if they do something wrong, but then when confronted with it, they show like remorse and a willingness to try. It's not just the action that matters to me. It's it's all of it together. It's like a willingness. And I think like you and I were both broken. I think I had a lot more ish than you did, but we were both.
No. If you're prepared to, and once again, it's funny that you're not interested in that journey with plenty of other people. I know NSC fucking hates Chud Logic, for example, and Queeman, and Sunday, and DK, and all these other fucking people. Why don't they get a journey? Why does Destiny get a journey? Why don't they? Why doesn't Max get a journey? So, well, I see the good in Destiny. I see that he can be a force, one of the great forces for good. No, you're just a fan. You're just a fan. That's it. That's the secret. You've decided arbitrarily that it's worth it for Destiny because you like Destiny. Stop making, like, just say that. Stop, like, psychologically, stop using psychological language to try and excuse what is clearly just your own bias. That's fine. I excuse things in people I like all the fucking time. I get accused of sweeping all the fucking time because I do it. Just own it. It's fine. It's fine. It doesn't matter. It's just fine. Queenman right, though. He is trying to clean up his public appearance. He used to own that he was a weirdo sex freak. Now he walked most of that back. Well, he has to. Again, he wants to be taken more seriously. Which is inconvenient because there are tweets of him joking about raping a woman with a shovel. It's like Sargon of Akkad. Sargon of Akkad did this. Oh, guys, I'm going to be a politician. I'm going to go... And then he started running and everyone kept asking about, what about this rape joke towards Jess Phillips? Like, of course, obviously. What did you think was going to happen? Retarded. Like, actually retarded.
Both kind of fucked up when we started dating. And both of us also had the orientation of like being willing to be patient and love somebody through that person failing you, because we've both failed each other in like pretty big ways. And I think both of us have always showed a willingness to just love each other in the failings, which I think it's tough, right? Because there is a line, there's a point where somebody fails enough that you do have to walk away. And I think the soft, kind people get trapped where they stay a lot longer. But I feel like the way that society is managing that, especially with women, is to tell them to just drop people as soon as they have a red flag, which is just not what love is. And so people are getting dropped left, right, and center because they have one thing wrong with them, when good luck finding somebody as a partner who doesn't have something wrong with them. Even now, after we've worked out so many issues, we both still have failings. We still fail each other in less like major ways. But it's possible we'll fail each other in a major way in the future.
Yeah, and that could be the beginning of a new problem with a new solution, or that could be the end of it all. I doubt it. I think we both displayed a very profound willingness to make things work. And we've gotten through a lot of tough times. Got through COVID.
COVID and a separation in COVID.
Yeah.
What? Wait. What do you mean COVID and a separation? Whatever.
The Bridges gang sign.
Gang. Bridge gang. Bridge gang.
Anything else? Thanks, guys, for watching. If you guys have questions or comments, if you'd like to see Nick again, the way that you demonstrate that is by liking, sharing, commenting.
Dude, do your whole fingers. Oh my claw. Are you a velociraptor?
Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, okay. Separated a while ago. Fuck, what? What a fucking shit show. She's broken this man. Oh, I really feel for Nick. Look, I get it. But this is fucked, man. See, everybody, he said he was fine, so now get off my back. Yeah. Don't do this to your partner. Like, I don't know. I was like, Erudite seems like stressed and like she needs to chill the fuck out. in the previous videos, and it was weird, but this is just kind of fucked up to do to a partner. They separated shortly after she was flirting with Destiny. Wait, is that true? Look, I've got no fucking idea. I've never heard that before. Why do you feel for Nick? He started all of this? No? I mean, that is true, but still. Hi, Kim. How you doing? Wait, Internet Anarchist admitted it? What? Like, I mean, fucking, listen, if you're referencing the fucking expose video, yeah, it's a bit weird. It's pretty weird. I don't know if it's predatory. I think you need a bit more for it to be predatory, but it's certainly weird. I'm not a fan of Internet Anarchist. I don't really know much about him, so, but I don't know. The video itself is pretty fucking wild. Yep. Yeah. He admitted that it was his account. Ah, okay. Off topic, but are you ever going to play more Soul Reaver? Maybe. Possibly. I'm trying to grow the second channel, which I almost never advertise. And you'd have to go through, like, a rigmarole to find. Maybe I'll do more streaming, like, gaming stuff there. If I do, they'll probably end up as members stuff, to be honest. So, get a membership, I guess. Fuck, you only need a coping membership to get access to members streams. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like live streams on Cope and Seethe should stay as drama topics. Otherwise, it gets a bit all over the fucking place. Yeah, no, fucking... Okay, cool. Well, that's what I wanted to talk about. Questions, thoughts, lingering depression. Holy fuck. Listen, and I'll own the position. I don't like this fucking Destiny League shit. I don't like how it's been handled by the people around him. I think it's real fucking gross. You should make a channel called Mold. To be fair, the second channel is literally called Mold Accept. So, it is actually. I have done that. Thanks, Leslie. Okay, cool. Right. I'm literally just gonna sit here and finish a cigarette. So, you've got, like, that long chat to give me your fucking thoughts before I send you to the Catboy. Who did your new Sonic furry art? It's quite nice. Axe did. Axe has become like a fixture in the Discord. They're fucking great. Axe Beetle. Got like load of really fucking talented artists. It's great. Buns. Yeah. Beckett, plug the stuff you need to plug. I have a video coming out at some point in the future this month. Please watch it. There you go. There's your plug. There's your plug for a thing that I'm going to do. I'm sure I'm going to get shit and criticism for this stream. I'm just very fucking done. It's a really weird position as well with the Destiny leaks, I'll be honest with you. No one can really talk about them. Because there's not really like an angle for it. And again, I should point out, even in this, while I personally think the Destiny leaks are bad, and I've had a lot of criticisms for Destiny over the years, what annoys me more is the sweeping for it at this point, just for this. I'm not a fan. I don't think he actually violated Melina's consent. I just think it's incredibly fucking negligent. Like, beyond anything else, I don't know what to tell you. I've heard the cope of, well, he wouldn't break any law. It's not breaking any laws in Florida. And I hate this fucking ethical thing of, well, you know, what he did, it's not against the law. Okay. Sure. So, fuck. So there's a child marriage in like another country. You're fine with that? Like, age of consent in Japan okay with you? As long as you're in Japan? Talking about internet anarchist, if he was like sex touristing for minors, you'd be fine with that. That's cool. Obviously fucking not. Come on. And again, I wouldn't care if they were like, if this was Ethan Ralph orbiters, right? Like you kind of set the ethical standards of where you want to sit. That's fine. I'm just really sick of hearing people morally position themselves as better than the people they hate, whether it's Hassan or Vosh or whoever, and then pull shit like this and be like, well, we've still got the moral high ground. Sorry. I think not. And it's compounded as well. I think most people see the issues with what happened with Progressive Victory. I think most people feel taken in by it. Especially after like Vosh's little fucking campaign, where he supported a leftist candidate. And you had Connor up there. Fucking counterpoints. Have you guys seen this? Let me see if I can find it. Where the fuck is it? Let me just bring this shit up.
Hello.
Where is it? Right, this.
Into the equation, outside...
I wanna preface this, actually, that I like Connor. I think this, what I'm gonna show you, is fucking cope. And I'm gonna explain why. But, Connor went very hard at Chud Logic, as did Brianna Wu, and others over Food Shops, who was a lolicon. But when push came to shove about Vosh, both of them had nothing to say, because they were looking at PV and the wider political picture of it being an election year. And this is exactly the sort of shit I'm talking about.
Chud Logic for normalizing an open lolly
Okay.
creator, I chose not to speak on the matter. I was brought onto Chud Logic's channel to take a verbal...
Where are we? Where are we? Right, okay.
Went to Vosh's defense, but were largely swept away by the public outcry. PV was silent on the matter and continued to work with Vosh after the incident. I privately asked if they took issue with me commenting on it, and they stated that they did not care about creators taking potshots at each other, as that was the nature of the space. However, seeing the sheer volume of complaints they were dealing with, the massive public coverage going Vosh's way, and my own comparative smallness as a creator, I chose not to speak on the matter. I was brought onto Chud Logic's channel to take a verbal lashing from multiple creators for my lack of criticism. This is because I had just gotten done the month prior criticizing Chud Logic for normalizing an open lolly content consumer known as Food Shops. I'm not going to relitigate it, and I understand the criticisms. I was harsh to Chud Logic over going soft on a lolicon enjoyer, and a month later, when someone in my periphery is exposed, I suddenly have nothing to say. This isn't because people can't guess my opinions. They know them. This isn't because covering the issue would add something substantial. It wouldn't. The issue was talked to death in creators 100 times my size.
No, Connor. No, fuck off. And I wanna preface this. I like Connor, but no. You continued to work with PV while they continued to work with Vosh. Money changed hands. You were working with Brianna Wu regularly. Both of you had nothing to fucking say. Brianna Wu, by the way, whose stated opinions when our Demon Mama video came out was that anybody who watches Lolicon is a pedophile. When it is convenient to these people, they will take hard stances, but when push comes to shove, they have nothing to say on it. I'm just sick of seeing it, and I thought Erudite was better than that. And I'm disappointed. This whole stream and like all this shit comes out of my own frustration and disappointment. Somebody said to me, have you reached out to her? No, what would I fucking say? Like, listen, her position is clearly clear and evident. I wish her luck with it. This seems like guilt by association. It's not guilt by association. That's their standards. Connor actively, Brianna Wu actively came out against anyone who was supportive of food shops because they were lolicon. But when it was like not against food shops, against anyone who was supportive of them, anyone who maintained a relationship with them. But when they did it, they had issues. If the Destiny leaks were anybody else, they would be condemning the hell out of it. They would be farming it for content. Their argument would not be, we need to consider the victims and what the victims want. I don't fucking buy it. It's just not true. And these people don't view themselves as drama creators. They view themselves as people to take seriously in a political and moral and ethical sense. They have criticized Vosh for not living up to his own ethical standards. Am I not meant to do the same? I just... It's just ridiculous. And I'll be honest with you, I'm just not prepared to sweep for it. That's how I feel. They will run guilt by association. And to be clear, my issue, just to restate finally, my issue is not Erudite maintaining their friendship with Steven. I don't care. I get it. They're friends. That's fine. My issue is pretending like it's a nothing burger and doesn't matter and continuing to make content with him. Because that is a divide. That's not just being friends with somebody. That is actively going out of your way to re-upload stuff like this.
Try your wine.
It's gonna taste disgusting.
No,
like
it's
all mine
actually
does.
it's good. It was a recommendation from a mutual friend. Okay.
It smells like every red wine I've ever had ever.
Just try it.
Okay. But that's the first one ever. They all taste the same.
In case anyone's wondering, it's just.
I get not wanting to drop a friend. I can completely understand that. I can't understand this. I just don't fucking get it. Like, what did Destiny do? Allegedly, and I say allegedly because apparently that's the language we're using now, but it seems pretty fucking evident from the DMs, which are not being, like, fucking debated. Destiny leaked images and information about his sex life with third parties to a 19-year-old. And now it is, and then it got leaked to the internet and ended up on fucking Kiwi Farms. Like, oh, okay. Oh, fuck me. There you go. There you go. That's where we are. Yeah. Yeah, including Melina. Anyway. I'm gonna send you to morale. Okay? Go be nice to the cat boy. He's doing stuff, I guess. No idea what. I hope he's having a fun-filled night. I hope you've enjoyed stream. Thanks for chilling out. And I will catch you on the next one. Peace.